Hey guys, it's Matt here from PlaiOfficial, and today I'm going to be discussing with you more of the up and coming Paladin changes in Mist. Now this is the Paladin tier 14, and I have to say myself, it looks pretty good, but I don't know if it all goes with Paladins. I mean, some dragon shoulders, that's more for a warrior, I guess. I mean, I like the colours of this bottom one, and you know, the top one I guess goes with Paladins, but especially the middle one. I'm not really sure if the red and the purple really goes with Paladins, but you know, that's what our tier 14 is going to look like. Okay, secondly we've got our so-called challenge mode armor. This is earned from completing certain dungeons in certain amounts of time and you get rewards for it. It is, top set is bronze, middle set is silver, and bottom set is gold. So obviously the bottom set is supposed to be best, top is supposed to be the worst. I do think again the top and the bottom kind of go well, but the one with the red, I can't really see how it fits in with Paladins at all, to be honest. Okay, now I'm going to be moving on to glyphs. For a start, we've got just our Seal of Insight. This is just our normal seal. It's changed to 1.5 second cooldown, which is absolutely nothing pretty much, so I don't see the point in that. But improves our healing done by 5%, gives melee attacks a chance to heal you, and restore 4% of your base mana. 4% of your base mana is not a lot at all. It's less than Holy Shot cost, let's put it that way, so you know it, but the 5% healing is nice. Now we have the Glyph of Blessed Life. While your Seal of Insight is active, you have a 50% chance to gain a charge of Holy Power whenever you take direct damage or are affected by a stun, fear or immobilize. However, it can't occur more than once every 20 seconds, which seems a bit crap to be honest. So 1 holy power every 20 seconds we're talking. 25k heal every minute, not exactly much good. Okay, we have a glyph here, Glyph of Illumination. Your Holy Shot crits grant 1% mana return, but your Holy Insight returns 10% less mana. For those of you who don't know, your Holy Insight is basically going to replace meditation, which is what gives healers their mana back from their spirit. I guess if you're going to reforge all out of spirit, then this would be a good glyph to go for if you're going to get lots of mana. However, if you're kind of going to be staying, you know, with quite a bit of regen, and maybe not going full out mana, then I can't really see much use for this glyph. We have a talent called Improved Judgment. Now for Holy, it makes your judgment restore mana. Okay, so we've got back to the judging Holy on cooldown thing, which I think is going to be pretty helpful, especially if you're using it with the Glyph of Illumination and you don't have much spirit. Okay, we have Boundless Conviction, which we get as standard for being a Paladin past level 83, I think it is. So we can now store 5 Holy Power. However, our abilities never consume more than 3. So this is just going to be good for burst, I reckon. Just get that extra bit of holy power. Glyph of Flash of Light. When you flash a target, it increases your next heal done to that target within 7 seconds by 10%. A heal that benefits from this effect cannot re-trigger it. So basically, if you spam flash on them, it won't keep giving you the 10%. Guess it's good for if the tank's taking tons of damage. For example, if you're solo tanking Madness or Deathwing, this might be a glyph you could kind of put in, but for some fights I can't really see any use for it that you'd actually want to use Flash of Light much. Okay, Cleanse. 8 second cooldown, removes all poison and disease effects. Okay, so a big thing to highlight here is it removes all of them. Has an 8 second cooldown, but it removes every single one. Okay, I'm not sure if for Holy this actually removes magic effects as well, because if it doesn't, that might be a bit crappy to be honest, so I hope it does for Holy. Okay, Divine Protection. It now reduces magic damage taken by 40% for 10 seconds, 60 second cooldown. It no longer gives us any physical damage reduction, which is kind of bad because I used to pretty much always use it for physical reduction. But I guess it may be helpful in some fights in Mist depending how they end up. Glyph Avenging Wrath. While your Avenging Wrath is up, you're healed for 2% of your maximum health every 4 seconds. For 20 seconds, I guess that's alright. You know, in PvP, it might be quite good, however it cannot crit. So don't expect this to crit. It's not gonna crit for 4%. Bottom baseline 2%. So I can see some uses for this in PvP maybe. Not such of a good glyph, I guess. Okay, glyph of Beacon of Light. I think, to be honest, this is quite a good one. Because I know some fights such as Spine of Deathwing, I always switch my Beacon of Light round to those people that have the healing debuff on them. So I can, you know, heal more than one person's debuff off at the same time. And the amount of time to cast Beacon of Light, the global cooldowns really do add up. So that would be pretty helpful glyph in some cases. But for the other fights, I can't really see much of a use for it, so I can see myself swapping and changing glyphs a lot. Glyph of Divine Plea. Divine Plea has a 5-second cast time, but you receive 12% of your total mana instantly. Your healing isn't reduced. Well, the healing isn't reduced. That doesn't matter because you cannot heal while you're casting anyway, which is a bit odd. And 12% of your total mana. That's the same as it is now, unglyphed. I don't think there is a glyph of Divine Plea, so basically it depends if you want to have to stand still casting it or whether you want to be able to move about but not be able to heal for a bit longer. Personally, I use Divine Plea when there's no healing to go out or I'm having to move anyway. And even while I'm got Divine Plea up, I still Holy Shock to keep the holy power coming in. So I would not use this glyph, to be honest. And also for PvP, I can see this being bad because people are just going to interrupt you. You know, they'd see Divine Pleas being cast, right, interrupt, thanks, you know, it's no good really. Glyph of Divinity increases cooldown of your lay on hands by a certain amount, that's not released yet obviously, but causes it to give you 10% of your maximum mana. At the moment I have both glyphs of lay on hands, so it has a 7-minute cooldown, it gives me 10% of my maximum mana. So some fights I can gain 20% of my mana back from lay on hands, such as Madness, which on the odd occasion can last over 14 minutes, so especially pre-nerf as well. So I can see a use for this, definitely, and with the 10-minute cooldown you can only use it once per fight anyway, so I think this is a glyph I'll be getting. Glyph of Holy Shock decreases healing of Holy Shock by 50% but increases damage by 100%. Okay, I can see possibly some holydins coming back. That's pretty much a holy DPS kind of focus build, which is a bit odd. I remember they were around quite a lot in Burning Crusade and they were stupidly overpowered. So that'd be nice to see how Blizz kind of use that. Glyph of Protector of the Innocent. Your Word of Glory also heals you for 20% of the amount. Now this is quite good considering we've got a talent Protector of the Innocent at the moment, and it generally can add up, believe it or not, to quite a bit of healing. You know, it's usually about 4 or 5% of completely free healing that you don't even have to put effort in to get it. So I can see a good point for having this glyph, you know. Apart from if it's a pure just tank fight, or some of the other glyphs just overpower it majorly, I can see this being pretty good glyph. Okay, Glyph of Righteous Retreat. During Divine Shield, your Hearthstone casts 50% faster. That's quite good, I think, because if you're wiping in Raid Finder, you just can bubble and then hearth before your bubble actually runs out, so I think that's well good. And Glyph of the Battle Healer. Using melee attacks while in Seal of Insight heals a nearby injured friendly target, excluding the Paladin, within X yards and for X% of damage dealt. I can see Seal of Insight it being actually worth to weapon swing again, because at the moment half the time, just don't bother weapon swing it. Over the course of a fight you might get 15k mana back and you might do some little scrawny amount of healing, but it requires you to put yourself in awkward positions, so I just don't bother with weapon swing, and this glyph might actually make it worth to weapon swing. So that'll be pretty interesting, I think, considering if you spec into the judgment on your talents, then you'll be judging anyway, so weapon swing and judge, I guess it's a pretty good idea.